Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and this video is going to be a little bit different than anything else I've put out in the past. It's really going to be kind of like a community highlight type of video, specifically though, pertaining to the XRP community members and XRP YouTubers that were invited by Ripple to their Swell conference, and so they're just hanging out in Singapore as I record this. And the goal of this video is very simple: to live vicariously through those individuals. And they are actually, it's pretty cool. They've been posting pretty regular live updates, on Twitter. There's been some live streaming. So I'm just going to share with you some of the highlights, some of the pictures. You've got notable XRP community members out there, such as Mr. B XRP, a digital asset investor, Brad Kimes, who all have met Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse. They've met Ripple CTO and co-creator of the XRP ledger, David Schwartz. There's just lots of cool stuff. So I pulled up a bunch of different tabs here, and I'm just going to share with you some of this stuff. So it might be, I don't know how long this is going to... I never know how long my video is going to go, but this one might be shorter than normal, because this is all I'm going to talk about in this particular video, though. But I found it cool. So I retweeted this. This is from fellow XRP YouTuber, digital asset investor. It was a link to a live stream that they just did, and it says late night. That's because they're on the other side of the planet. But yeah, it was just like, what, six hours ago. And so I didn't get to catch this live, but I was able to watch this. I think it was 16 minutes long or something like that. But they're basically just kind of recounting their experiences in meeting David Schwartz, who they made it very clear is just like everything that you would want them to be, just like a down-to-earth good guy. And it was fascinating too, Brad Garlinghouse, because like digital asset investor, he even said like, I didn't know when I show up there if I was going to get snubbed or this or that, if they really even care that I was there. And everybody he said that, and Mr. B said the same thing, this could not have been more nice. And so with nobody knowing what the digital asset investor looks like, he just walked up to... Brad Garlinghouse with Mr. B and introduced himself, and he was like, "Oh yeah, of course," right away. And then he said, "Hey," because they were in a bar at that moment, I think is what he said. And then he took him outside and got to talk to him for a couple minutes. So I thought that was really cool stuff there to report on. And they had and I got pictures of it too, but they did some sort of like, they had like, okay, so there was a welcoming type of situation for everybody that was attending Swell, but before that there was another one, and maybe they just called, I can't remember if they called it like an XRP reception or something like that, specifically for the XRP community members. And there were, I think, 7 of them, including a couple that were there recording the Cryptonaires documentary that Brad Kimes is working on. So that's cool stuff. So here's a tweet from here we go. Here's a tweet from Digital Asset Investor. Epic day at Ripple Swell so far. I've met David Schwartz, Ethan Beard, Brad Garlinghouse, and Emmy. This is Emmy, right? Emmy Yoshikawa. All Ripple employees, of course. My takeaway is simple. These are the people I thought and hoped they would be. Genuine, smart, driven, optimistic, and generally all class acts. Zero doubt isn't just a hashtag anymore. Indeed. I like hearing that. Let me hop into the next... Okay, so here's the next tweet. This is from Mr. B XRP. And he tweeted this out just a little bit earlier today. The hospitality that Ripple has shown us is amazing. We had our own reception with David Schwartz, who I think is starting to get this whole XRP thing, which is okay. I thought that was funny. And the rum tasting was epic. How come I want a rum tasting? Again, like I said, though, the reason that we're here is to live vicariously through these individuals here. And so you can see he took a picture of this here. And then there, that's like I was kind of wondering about this. So it's the Swell logo clearly, but it looks slightly different because this little piece I'm highlighting here, like that's not part of it, right? I don't know. Anyway, next tweet here from Mr. B XRP. So they had a guy doing the caricatures. Look at this. There's an artist here at a reception drew this of me with my avatar mixed in. And again, actually, Mr. B, I don't think he's ever shown himself either, so who knows? Who knows what he looks like? But he says, let me know what you think. Much more to come later today. And here we go. Another one from Mr. B XRP. Can you imagine, though? I wish I were there, because basically if I said draw me, all they could do is draw a Lamborghini. That's it. And then have the backdrop be the moon, right? That's how you draw moon Lambo. Anyway, Mr. B XRP here tweets this out. It looks like a Hawaii here in Singapore. Another live stream later tonight. And I gotta admit, first of all, yes, it looks awesome there. And you could have told me that was in the United States, and I would have believed you. That looks beautiful there. And I'm extra jealous. Another reason I have to live vicariously through you, Mr. B, is because I live in the Midwest in the United States, and I woke up and the temperature was in the 30s, and I know over the next couple months it's only going to be getting worse. I am not a fan of cold weather. I will punch cold weather in the face. I seriously will do that. And I'm not a violent man, so you think about that. Anyway, so here's Shane Nixon. Now, I was not familiar with this individual, and I Googled, and still nothing came up, but this is a cool few tweets. I wanted to share this with you. I think you're going to like, because he met Brad Garlinghouse and has a quote from Brad Garlinghouse, so check this out. So this is all, and this is from today. So Shane Nixon writes, had a great time tonight at Swell by Ripple. Met a lot of genuine, down-to-earth people like David Schwartz, Brad Garlinghouse, Michael Arrington, and the first-class Ripple team. Very impressive, to say the least, so thank you, Ripple. Looking forward to the next 2 days. Also had the pleasure of meeting a handful of the XRP community members, like iPinky77, Ida Dune, that's Eric Dadoon, and then Jacinto Mendez. Sorry for forgetting some names. And he says they're all great people. Looking forward to talking and meeting more. Now, here's the money quote. This is from Brad Garlinghouse. Well, I mean, it's from Shane Nixon saying this is what Brad Garlinghouse said. So the tweet states, most important thing of the evening was asking Brad Garlinghouse how excited he was about the prospects of Ripple when he said 11 on a scale of 1 to 10. All Ripple and XRP stakeholders should feel confident. Thanks for sharing, Brad. That is indeed a rather bullish tweet there, right? A bullish statement. He's breaking the 1 to 10 scale. That's 11. That's like saying on a scale of 1 to 10, I give that 2 thumbs up. I'll take it though. I like it. So here's another individual from the XRP community. It went Panda Ripple XRP. He tweeted this out with some pictures. Had lots of fun at the welcome gathering, but I'm unable to attend the main event. But stay tuned with digital asset investor Mr. BXRP. You got Leo, whose last name I still don't know how to say. I just butcher it every time, so I'm just not even going to try it. But Leo, and then Eric Dadoon, as they will update you guys with the various events at Swell by Ripple. And indeed, people have been updating, and it's been getting retweeted like crazy in the XRP community, not surprising. So I just picked out a bunch of stuff that I found fascinating to share with you in this video. So anyway, it's ready to swell. And look at this. We got some nature up in this bitch. Look at this. We got Swell by Ripple. And like the wall, it's actually really cool looking. If you're not driving, you should indeed take a look at this. This is like the only video I've ever made where it would be nice if you were looking at the pictures. You know, that's like pretty much it, right? Other than that, you can mostly be walking your dog or working out at the gym or driving your car, and it doesn't really matter if you're not looking at the screen. So the screen in about 100% of the cases. But anyway, it's just a cool looking setup. I tell you what, in terms of production value, Ripple has definitely upped their game. And you may remember too, and I cited there was it was at what's it called? Swift's event at Sibos. I love that Swift and they allow their competitors like Ripple to show up, but they had like the most massive, awesome looking setup. Just the production value of like their from going from a few years back to just a little booth at a table. Just if you haven't seen it, you should look. Like I don't know, just Google like Swift Sibos Ripple and just see if pictures pop up. I've covered it in the past, but it looked ridiculous. I didn't even know how to describe it. But anyway, this is cool too here. And we got just some other stuff. Swell there. You got some XRP get up here. You got XRP hat. Looks like a coaster. Swell by Ripple. All right, next here we got, and this is from Ripple employee Emi Yoshikawa, who wrote, "Welcome reception at Swell." So they have a reception area that looks like it's just like a straight up regular business reception. It's Swell by Ripple. That's cool stuff there. And then this, I'm considering, I might need to make this the thumbnail for this particular video. Maybe I'll do that. So somebody named Bidecoin responded to that and wrote, "Ignition 54321, 1 day until Ripple's Swell conference in Singapore." And then here's the picture. I might need to make that the thumbnail for this video. I'm going to think about that. Anyway, next here, and this was awesome. So here's a tweet from David Schwartz now. And he just tweeted out, this is a link to a video with Brad Kimes interviewing David Schwartz. And so David Schwartz retweeted this and wrote, "Boy, these guys are a bunch of jerks." Which obviously is clearly just dry humor and funny. I thought it was funny. I mean, they obviously got along. That's a joke. But anyway, he writes, "Yeah, boy, these guys are jerks. Man, XRP community members are the worst, right?" And so I did try to watch this, and I got to admit I was disappointed because maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe it's my hearing, but I tried watching this and just the audio quality, I couldn't even make out words. I was having a hard time, and it was really loud where they were recording. So anyway, even so, I just thought it was worth highlighting because this is freaking cool. Like I would be like losing my mind if I had the opportunity, like Brad Kimes just had there to interview David Schwartz. That would just be that. Yeah, that would be something there. So again, but like I said, just living vicariously. So it's all good. All right, then here's this. Looks like they're back up at it after a short nap. So Mr. B tweeted this out. "Hey guys, I just woke up after 3 hours sleep and it looks like I may be up for the day." Man, busy. "The amount of direct messages I am getting is total insanity, but I will try and answer each one if possible. Most importantly, thank you XRP community for taking me over 20,000 Twitter subscribers, which is a pretty cool milestone indeed." Digital Asset Investor saw that and responded, "I have a very bad feeling." Oh, you got to check out this too. I didn't mention this yet. "I have a very bad feeling that Mr. BXRP just woke up with a written goal of my being in a photo with Brad Garlinghouse and getting him to do a short live stream here. Mr. B is a lot like my dad. A goal-achieving machine, interesting times." And so indeed, so in the live stream, I meant to mention that a little bit earlier in the video, but on the live stream, they're talking about how Mr. B, just the amount of confidence in his voice, is like, "Oh, no, this is getting done." He's like, I'm getting a picture of you with Brad Garlinghouse. And a Digital Asset Investor said that if that indeed happens, that it's going to be posted, and so apparently there's going to be an opportunity tomorrow. So then maybe there'd be an actual picture of Digital Asset Investor, which has never occurred before unless you count the childhood photo that he tricked people with. But yeah, so there was that. And they also said that they're going to try, I don't know if they don't know if they're going to pull this off, but see if Brad Garlinghouse would be willing to do just even if it's a short, like 2-minute live stream or something like that, which would be awesome. That would be pretty unreal. But he said then he'd be happy to include his face in the live stream as well. All right. And then last tab here and then I'll wrap up the video. This is from Bank XRP. This is where I got it anyway. And it was a retweet here. Roger K. Ver sporting an XRP hat. And there he is right there. And you know what? You say what you will about people in different projects. The last time I heard him being covered in any capacity as it pertains to Ripple and XRP, it was because of a tweet. He spoke with David Schwartz, and David Schwartz kind of straightened him out on the whole freezing XRP thing, how that's literally not possible. And he acknowledged publicly on Twitter, which is a stand-up thing to do, so kudos to you, Roger K. But he acknowledged that, hey, he just fell victim to the false narrative, coming from, of course, Bitcoin maxis mostly, right? He didn't say that, but I'm saying that. So it seems like a stand-up dude, and here he is indeed wearing an XRP hat. So you take that, and then you got Brad Garlinghouse, you got David Schwartz, and you got XRP YouTuber Brad Kimes from Investment Perspectives. That is so freaking cool. And then here's a picture of Roger K. Ver with David Schwartz. So, and again, he's wearing the XRP hat. So, I don't know, just neat stuff. So, wow. I guess that's it for this video. I know this is not something that I normally make, but I also don't normally have cause to make a video like this. It's not every day that XRP community members and many of them, like very notable XRP communities, get invited to an event like this that Ripple is hosting. So I think it's cool stuff. But anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!